Hi, I'm Steve Andrews from Team Skybreed Discs. I'm out here at beautiful Ravenshire Disc Golf Course, and I'm going to do an early 2022 in the bag. So I'm going to start with my drivers. My drivers are, my distance drivers are Raiders. I have 3 different ones. This one is a very light 161. It's a kind of a turnover shot. It'll go the farthest of any of the discs I have. I have a Raider that's about 166, which is just now getting broken in, and it's probably my middle distance, long distance, but with a little more stability. And then I have a first run Raider about 174, so it's a little more overstable. It's my most overstable disc that I normally carry. If there's wind blowing, I'll put in an enforcer for a really overstable shot, but if it's just regular wind up to about 15-20 miles an hour, this is what I'm going to throw. Next, I want to have my control drivers, and they're Sergeants. They are lightweight hybrid Sergeants. I find that some of the Sergeants are really overstable, but these are in the high 160s are really great. You can hit them nice and hard. They'll flip up straight. They'll even have a little bit of turn if they have a little wear in them, but then they have a nice finish at the end. And so throwing in the trees out here at Ravenshire, or a course where you really need to control your distance, Sergeant's great. If I don't want to throw the kind of really high speed of a Raider, it's a really great option. Then I have my Overstable Fairway, which is Nate Sexton Firebird. I like this. It's not super overstable, but it's enough overstable with my arm speed that it always comes back left and it works on a forehand. I've had a number of things cycle through this slot, the Invictus or the Felon, Raptor, but right now I'm really enjoying this Nate Sexton. It has enough stability, but then enough, it's kind of stable enough that I can work it in different places, so it's really great. Fairways are where, because of my arm speed, fairways are where I really kind of, fairways and short shots are what I really need to be able to score, because I'm not going to have big distance. Next is Roadrunners. I've got 2. This one is really beat in. You can throw it soft in the woods. It'll still go right. It'll flip over. You can do a standstill forehand with it. This is my understable Roadrunner. The next step up is a Roadrunner that's now just getting beat in, and you can throw it flat. It'll move a little right, but then it'll come back left. And between these two, this is what you're really going to need at a wooded course, and I love the way the Roadrunner works for me. Then next step up is TeeBird. So a TeeBird's a little slower than that Roadrunner, but it is also much more stable. I carry 2. This one is fresh, and this one's beat in. This one will go straight, maybe even have a little bit of turn and then some finish. And this one is also one I can throw forehand. That'll hold up to a forehand. It will also go straight without hardly any turn, but a little bit more finish. And so it works as a really nice complement. And then the third and last of my fairway drivers are the Leopard 3. I like all the 3 series. I really like the flat tops. It's a lot better. And again, I have 2 of them. One is pretty fresh, still overstable. I can throw it, and at the end of the flight, it'll come out just a little bit if I need a little bit of finish. Whereas this one is the one that's oldest in my bag, and it's really flat. So I can actually throw it for forehands, particularly standstills or touch forehands. And if you throw it hard, it'll turn some and then kind of hold that all the way to the end, where the blue one will finish a little bit. But between those 3, those fairways, the Roadrunner, the Leopard, and the TeeBird, I can really cover a lot of fairway shots and move them in a lot of different directions. Moving to my mid-ranges, I have 4, and this undergoes a lot of movement, right? So my overstable is the Anvil. Sometimes I've thrown the Justice. I really like the Anvil. I love this special edition. They're just great. Flat tops, really controllable, very overstable for forehands and backhands. I move things around. I've recently added the Star Mako3. I was throwing the Roc3, but this Star Mako3 at 180 is actually, with a nice flat top, is actually pretty stable. I mean, if you throw it, it's not an overstable disc, but it's stable enough that it can be that middle straight shot with a little bit of finish. And once I put that in, I had to go a step up from the Roc3 and got the Roc3. This is exactly, this flies like the first Roc3 I ever had when I first started playing disc golf, which is a really flat top, very overstable. not overstable as the Anvil, but it's always going to come left, and I can really depend on it. You can even throw it forehand if you want. And then I need something in the understable slot for mid-ranges. It could be the Soul. I've thrown that. It's understable right now. It's the Tursas. I really enjoy this, that you can throw it out flat. It'll flip, move a little bit to the right, and just kind of ride that right line all the way out. You don't have to hit it very hard. Again, really nice for the woods. Again, I'm not a power player. My distance isn't going to overwhelm a course. So, place where I really need to excel is in my short discs. This is my short game. I probably practice it more than I practice anything else. Up shots, touch shots, being able to get your putts close, getting able to get shots in. And I have a range. On the understable side, I have the Deputy. This is a great disc. This is a disc everybody needs in their bag, if not a Deputy, something like it. It is, if you need to go right and you can't have it hyzer out, the Deputy is going to be really nice for touch shots. I can throw it flat and get it to turn and ride in woods or in other shots. It's really dependable as an understable disc, and it's really understable and wants to go right. So I can trust that it's not going to hyzer out if there's trouble on the left side. Then I have these two discs, the Suspect and the Harp. I try to not have overlap in my bag. The Suspect is less stable than the Harp. The Suspect is a little longer. Some of the flights are kind of the same between these two discs. I've tried to just get rid of one, but I really like the way they work as a pair. I can throw the same shot with the Harp and the Suspect will ride almost the exact same line, just a little longer. I can flex them both. I can throw them both forehands, and probably the most important shot is my bag is the Harp from about 90 feet to 150 feet. My expectation is I'm either going to put it in or I'm going to put it within about 10 feet. And that's really crucial for me to be able to score. And then my putters are Maidens, medium Maidens. I'll also throw the Maiden for a driving putter if you need a straight shot that isn't going to be really overstable with a lot of finish. And the Maidens are, I've gone through a lot of putters, and I always come back to the medium Maiden. I think it's just the best putter I've ever thrown. So that's my bag. It's definitely a little heavier on the short discs and the fairway drivers because of my arm speed. But with these, you can get around even a really tough track like Ravenshire. Thanks so much.